DJU go crazy.
Where we at, Kevo?
Miami though, y'all know what's going on, man. MIA. You know what I'm saying?
MIA, yo.
No back. New J on the way. You know what I'm saying? Crazy new J on the way. Just got the 2022 Ghost, you feel me?
Saw that.
We acting real bad out here, man.
Hey,
real bad.
I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker.
Yeah. Woo. All emeralds. Emerald gang.
Pulling on the yacht, 4th of July.
4th of July, yacht gang. You already know.
So Miami lady.
DJUTV, let them know who we got in the building.
Man, CEO Big Folks, boy, low end finest.
Big folks, what we on, gang?
Sure, ain't no shit. We chilling. We out here in Miami, man, hanging out with DJU. Got that on this motherfucking yacht. You know what I'm saying?
DJU hanging out with you. Big folks.
Well, it's always a troop of gangsters meet, so you know what I'm saying? We just hanging out together, goddammit. We flew down here showing love. Me and Kevo come through, fuck with us on some love shit from the crib. And we showing love, you know?
For sure. I definitely appreciate the hospitality around this motherfucker. Nigga that ate good, drunk good, you feel me? Learn how to make some more money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know That's what it's all about, uplifting each other, making sure we, you know, get from that place that we all come from, you know? Yes, sir.
So tell us about you, big folks. We know you right now as Bandman Kevo manager, but your resume go back to down there 20 years ago.
Yeah. I've been in this shit a long time, man. Like, most known in the city and around the world. I mean, you know, around America, I guess, for what I did with the Hella Band shit with Lil Mouse and the song Get Smoked to Lil Wayne and everybody. Right. And that whole little movement that we had from 2012, last from 2012 to maybe 2016, and me and Mouse was together working and doing our thing. Right. And then everything else after that, he kind of was on his own and was trying to do himself, you know. He was already kind of like up under me for so long, he knew how to, you know, he wanted to be his own boss type shit, you know. He shot out here on his own to try to do that, so. Blessings to him to try to, you know, get out there and be like one of the youngest niggas that want to do it himself type shit, you know?
Right. So was that like your first experience in the music industry?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
My first introduction to this shit was back in 2000, maybe 6 or something. I had this little label that we had created called Tailor Made Records and shit. And I had a couple of my little homies on there with, that I signed or whatever. We was trying to do our thing through the city and other little places and shit like that, but it really never took off. But it was a crash course of me learning how to develop artists though. So I learned the artist development, so by the time I got my hands on Mouse, I knew kind of exactly what to do type shit, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So take us back to the beginning, big folks. I heard you say low end's finest. So you
one of the low end's finest. We got plenty of them.
Right, so you from the low end of Chicago?
Yes, sir, born and raised.
And what was it like, you know, for you growing up back then?
Well, I was born in 1980, and I grew up by the time I was a teenager and this and that, you know. I was seeing like around the last days of motherfuckers getting plugged and going to sessions and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, early 90s and all that shit. I witnessed that shit. I was one of them shorties that really come up to them days to see that shit type shit, you know what I'm saying? It was to me, the city always been exactly how it is, and now it was just like more organized, you know what I'm saying? It's like, when certain people was out and moving around and shit, it was just way more organized, and people have somebody to go answer to it. They did some goofy send-off shit or something. Like, it ain't like now just I go on your block, tweak with a switch. There's nobody after that. It's just like, you know, it's up from there, and nobody trying to holler. And back in the day, it was kind of different where motherfuckers at least holler, and then motherfuckers would get their ass, you know, switched up. You know what I'm saying? But at least I had like some type of respect and order back in them days.
Right.
But after maybe 94, 95, that's when I noticed that like it was like really like no rules, no man, you know, every man for himself type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Structure.
No more structure. Structure was gone.
Okay. So, CEO Big Folks, you grew up with the gangsters.
Yes, sir.
We talking the GDs.
Yes, sir.
Now you know they say DJ, you don't interview no GDs. They say he one side and he only interview the BDs. But we got big folks right here on DJUTV.
Big rakes in the air. Big rakes in the air.
What they talking about, big folks?
Probably just hating mad thing DJU. When they see you taking off, they know you're gonna be that one from the crib that really take off and do like the Sean Cottons and the academics of the world. They see you coming. That's all that be about. And you only interviewing what's interesting, and that's what you got to do. You got to stay with the relevancy. Most of our people at the crib, they'll find themselves probably trying to chase something that they side with, opposed to just chasing what's relevant. You know, and Ken, of course, and that's what I like about your shit, and that's why I'm doing your interview first out of Chicago. I haven't did no interview with nobody from Chicago, except for YACHTV, rest in peace. The only interview I ever did, and that was about 10 years ago, I want to say. And that's only because I wanted to get on King Yellow ass about doing a song with a white boy. And then he pissed me off. I see one of the folks doing a song with Lil Slim Jesus, the Ohio little nigga G.
Right.
You know, I ended his career. It wasn't even no rap song to end his career. I got on that interview and told them people, you know what I'm saying, on Frank Block and his mama and everybody else what was going to really happen to him by being in the drill scene. And as you see, there was no more after that situation.
I always wonder what happened to them.
They left because they was warned about the rules of being in the drill music, that you got to either lose your life or lose a bunch of people around your lives. They even be considered. And even though that's some evil shit, but that's just how the drill scene was created.
Tell us about how the drill scene was created. Because I feel like you've been around since this motherfucker was created.
Oh no, most like shout out to I know people that said the crib like this the Pac-Man shit and Louis. To me, really it started with Louis, but it got popularized and it got pushed out to the world with Chief Keef, hands down. Hands down, BDGD or not, hands down. Chief Keef did his thing, and shout out to Drover there, because I know the world don't be knowing what's what really, and they sound dumb when they think it's a BDGD thing when it's goddamn it, Drover's a whole GD.
Word.
The CEO over there.
Word, I ain't know that.
Yeah, he's a whole GD, he's one of our guys. That's what I'm saying. My brother Shorty Six is over there in that circle with them forever, since day one.
Word.
GD. Not no BDs and nothing like that, so it's just a misunderstanding, I guess, against the young people, or I should say people that's from out of town, bloggers that don't really know. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to become that. You got to give them the interviews, you got to give them that shit that, you know, that's not really fabricated from one side or nothing like, just, you know, real solid truths about shit.
Real.
Yeah, just solid truths about shit that other people can't get. You know what I'm saying? They say they can get certain shit, but they can't go to Chicago like that, bro. You know how it's going, bro. You know a motherfucker get their camera took if they ain't plugged in and all this and that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Nah, for real. So tell us about the early drill days. You was around. What type of energy was felt throughout the city?
Man, it was, you know what? It's like, with the academic, the war on Chirac shit, that was one thing, this and that. That was cool. Just know that.
So that really was a thing in Chicago. Like,
I mean, it was a thing in Chicago, but it was like this. It was more or less that we all would look at it, read it, enjoy it, and kind of be glad that he's talking about us and doing this shit. But then get on the internet and just try to go crazy on him because he's from fucking wherever the fuck he was from. And you weren't from Chicago.
Right, exactly.
And then I on my side, I can be honest, on the business end, I don't know how Joe Lero or any of them other, well, they really want to talk about King Louis that much, but any of the other ones that he was going in on, you know what I'm saying? My folks was just feeling like, you know, that maybe it should have been a DJU back then or one of our own, reporting our own news.
Right.
But I did what he did. Blessings to him. Shout out to Act. Much love. You know, he showed much love. He fuck with Kevo. He fuck with the crib. Like, he really loves Chicago and all that. Like, that's what I want people to know. So, he like, you know, if Act ever see this shit, nigga, you welcome to Chicago. Nigga, you come whenever you want to. We gonna hang out.
He definitely did donate $5,000 to Inglewood Barbie.
No, my mama.
I thought that was dope.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, sometimes you can't listen to like the motherfuckers that don't, I ain't gonna say that don't matter because everybody in the world matters, but the people that's got cruel intentions or some shit, when people can't see like the bigger picture type shit, you kind of gotta leave to like ignore them type of people. But it's more of them in the world than thinkers and rationalizers, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just more. So you're gonna see when it comes to the internet, it's gonna show the proof that it's just gonna be more hate and motherfuckers talking goofy. Then if you get to going in on their ass, they damn near curl up because they ain't really like that. It's just weird.
So let me ask you this, big folks. Do you feel like the GDs have been blackballed in the music industry?
Bro, what kind of fucking question is that? Have you ever heard of rapper? I mean, it's different entities. Have you heard of Kanye West? Do y'all know Kanye West is really GD no matter how goofy a motherfucker think he is?
Kanye West gangsta, I thought he was Stone.
Kanye West is GD, man. Where has Kanye West been a Stone? Just because he's from 95.
He said that nickname K-Rock.
Yeah, because he had to go to school over there with the Moes.
Right.
You listen to the song all the way.
Like the May.
Listen to the song all the way. His mama moved him over there, so they nicknamed him K-Rock.
So
that's the one was cool. So he wouldn't get his ass by the moles.
That's what he said.
He's one of the folks, you know what I'm saying? We got all kinds. We don't just got monsters and big folks and them and this and that. We got little niggas that do their things, you know what I'm saying? That's execs and all type of shit. Police officers, all type of shit.
Right.
That's up under that, you know what I'm saying? Or grew up under that. You know what I'm saying? So they know they took those laws and policies and ran with them and created their lives.
Hey, hold on. This is a special moment right now. I just realized, big folks. Today's 7/4, and I'm getting my first GD on DJ.
Oh God, I ain't thinking about that either.
We gotta post this
7/4
today.
Yeah, it's 7/4 day. All our 7/4s, 7/4 day in the building, baby.
Hey.
Anti-BDs, nigga, y'all know what it is. Y'all be at the barbecue too, so don't be capping. Like Lil Durk and all that shit. Me and Lil Durk with all of that shit with me, him, Shot, and all them over there, G, was like family, bro. They don't care because we GDs. We crack jokes on each other, bro. They see me, when I see them, you guys, Lil Durk, we up to, man, I see Lil Durk at like the United Center, some big show, you know, they be with Drake, we with Future, something like that. And I'll be like, man, I'll be the first one to say, oh my God, he got all these fucking BDs.
Right.
And they get to laughing out, and it's love.
Right.
It's not no, oh man, we dropping the rate, because that's false pretense, you know what I'm saying? Those are, we have a big city that certain blocks are into with certain areas, you know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. They just GDs from this block and they into with them BDs, that's how it goes. But them same BDs that's into with them GDs from that block, they be with some GDs, they cousins GDs, they fuck with the GDs. Exactly. And vice versa for the GDs and the BDs. So it's like, it's just, you know, I just hate that we got that stain through on it. It's only because of the drill scene, because of the BDs got on, and then the GDs wanted to get on, and then like, you know what I'm saying, then the shit spilled over to a fake BD war, which became real in Chicago, and, you know, but, you know, to me it's like worldwide, I just want the world to know, like, that shit do not exist in Chicago to where it's just overly whelming. They want the BDs is on, right. Or they want the GDs is on. No, that is not true.
Right.
That is not true.
For sure. And I'm glad you cleared that up for the fans, man, because they swear it's either, you know, when I see you, it's an all-out war. You know, they think it's...
Hell no. Niggas live around the corner from each other. They would have been dead if it was like that. Mm-hmm. These areas and blocks that's into each other are like alleys away from each other. And they like, you know, we go up and shit do crack. Mm-hmm. Well, if I think I just read some shit about Boss Top getting shot over there last night or whatever. Right. But shout out to them, because even a nigga like Boss Top used to fuck with Shotta. Him and Shotta had a relationship. You know, it's like... Mm-hmm.
They did a song together, right?
Yeah, we G's to the core. So it's like, we never understood that. So like the song from the little boy Rooga, talking about some, let the GDs in the door. First of all, I didn't know he was a GD. And second of all, like, none of the guys that I know really like, that song don't really mean shit to us type shit.
Whoa. So you saying Rooga he ain't really one of them?
No, he ain't never been one of them. He's just a GD, I guess. But I mean, being a GD is saying what? You know what I'm saying? Like I just told y'all, Kanye is a GD. But that don't make him some type of monster or just, you know what I'm saying, this and that. He just, you know, he was under that Growth and Development Act, you know what I'm saying, not maybe the gangster's disciples. You know what I'm saying? The growth and development, that's what it's all about, growing and developing to be a man at the end of the day. And that's what Kanye is. Now, Rooga, this and that, the G's in the door, the song, it got popularity, did what it did. I felt like it was just a spinoff because Duck, we needed to fill in the gap for Duck, because Duck was really odd, you know. He was going to be the one. But then again, that's short selling what me and Mouse did. Mouse is a GD. He did it at 13. We've been kicked in the door. We've been to every major artist. Drake been rapping about him. Lil Wayne, goddamn it, Nipsey Hussle. From everybody that everybody came to respect a little boy and respected what was around him and built around him.
So let me ask you something about that real quick, man. What you think went wrong with the Lil Mouse situation? Were you a part of it when things went downhill? Or?
I think, yeah. I'll tell you like this. I was a part of it all while he was popping. When them views was doing millions and hundreds of thousands. Right. When the decline happened, the first 3 years we was booming. What happened with the changing the dynamics, me and his mother was real cool, and you know, say we had the business on lock and we was rolling, making money, making our own money, doing shows, putting up our own shows, creating our own shit, not even need no label. Mouse never got no deal from nobody. No, he haven't got one check wrote to him ever. Every money he made came from big folks and dope from the go creating it and making sure he got money, making sure his mama got some, like making sure they ate while we was building them. Because I already knew that it's gonna take maybe upwards to 5 to 10 years for a motherfucker to become a Little Durk like Little Durk did. Mind you, Lil Durk did not get on overnight. He got popular and he was turned, but to get that bag and the Lil Durk you see today, that's 10 years in the making. That's a superstar now. And that's what I was trying to make Mouse a superstar, not just not a drill rapper or a rapper. We was going for the superstar. We was going for the big bag. We was going for the longevity. But what had happened from 2012 to maybe 2015, 2016, it was just me, him, and his mother kind of taking care of the business in my BMF family. And after that, his father.
Hold on, you said BMF like me?
Yeah, like reaching the people. Shout out to Lil Twin for BMF. That was my partner originally. First of all, shout out to Miss Mimi. They call her Auntie. Y'all done heard VG rap about it, everybody. This is my buddy. It's like my sister, and she brought me into that shit. When I was shot up in Chicago, I got shot up in 2006 in Chicago, and my people had put me up in Atlanta for a minute. It was a little shit going on, it was cracking. So I was hurt. I was on a walker for me. I got shot 6 times, close range and shit with a 4.5 from my head to my from my neck down to my to my feet. You know what I'm saying? Lined up like that.
Wow.
But while I was getting back healed up, my cousin took me to Atlanta. It was to this lady that he was getting flights from. She was the flight lady and shit, but she was so popular and plugged, and I was down there by myself. My cousin dropped me off. I was on a walker. I had a 500 Magnum on me, a little 380 Taurus, $60,000 in a Nike bag, about 5 outfits, and a 2007 Tahoe truck. And my cousin just dropped me off at my other people's crib down there, and I had to kind of just go for myself. And that lady made sure felt like I had a family around me and everything. She took me in like. She was coming to my house and shit. She'd do little shit like, man, like, you eating this shit? Like, she see I was on the walk and shit. She'd come over there with me, and I'm like, damn. But now I know those trying to holler at me shit. Then straight to like on some big sis shit or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, what you need? You ain't down here by yourself, word up. So one day she invited me over to her crib, which was a mansion, and I gotta say this. She lived in a mansion at the time. Think what I'm saying, 2006, T-Pain was huge. T-Pain bought his mama a house in Atlanta. If you ever see this, you gonna know it's true. She had a red brick house in Atlanta. It's a mansion. But Miss Mimi house sitting on the hill in that cul-de-sac, in that little cul-de-sac, and her crib overlooked T-Pain mama. We'll go outside in her driveway and be like, yeah, that's T-Pain mama house down there, and laugh and shit. Because he's this platinum artist ass shit. And she was just Mimi from Kansas City that used to sell all type of shit, was a flight lady. And she already went to the feds and did her time. And she also has a American Gangster that just came out on BET.
Really?
Trap Queen, season 3, episode 10. Demetrius Harris, that's my people, you know. I didn't do an interview with her type shit because she connected a lot of dots for the fam. So when she brought me in, introduced me to Lil Twin, and that day was so legendary because I remember that day because I'm just like, I'm down in the dumps, I'm at war, my people at the kids is like, man, I'm hearing all this money on my head, there's all type of shit going on. And then I'm meeting these people, so you know, being from the crib, I'm super on point, I'm taking this 500 Magnum everywhere I go. This when they first come out, the streets don't even know, it was super exotic. So the day I went to her house, she took me to a mansion. This is my first day getting there. When I pulled up, she got the red Benz out there, the red F-150, everything was just red. And I'm like, what's the other? Like, there's you balling. And we go in the crib. When we walk in her mansion, she has it was like maybe a 6-bedroom mansion. It was crazy. But when we walk in the foyer, bam, it was a whole, I'm from Chicago and I got this room. She got about 5 niggas in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck is this? She said, she walked me through, she said, come on in, you good. She said, these are my California niggas. Walked in the living room, them the St. Louis niggas. Walked upstairs, yeah, these motherfuckers from St. Louis and Kansas City, and these niggas from Miami, and they from, and it was just like 100 niggas in the crib just like laying around doing shit, like over in the corners and that. And she, she took me to her bedroom. Her bedroom was the size of this motherfucking yacht we on damn near. We go in that motherfucker, we chill. She got a bowl full of X pills, like naked ladies at the time. I'm talking about, you know how you go in grandma's house, have a bowl of M&M's or something like back in the day. She had like maybe like a couple thousand of them in a big candy bowl. That's when the X pills was going crazy. You know, she come play, had a little bar in her room. She bring me in the room. Her room had a living room in it, so we sitting in the living room. She got the bowl like Tony Montana shit. We was off coke. It was just, instead of coke, it's X pills though. You know what I'm saying? Right. So man, she was up yourself type shit. You know, that bitch getting out. Now I'm chilling. I'm relaxed, but I still, still high alert. Right. Then look into this new the craziest nigga I ever met outside of Chicago, G. He's from fucking LA. An 8-trade Crip, you know what I'm saying? He coming to the door, cripping, going crazy, and this and that. Instantly, I took a liking to him, but I'm still just like, man, who is this nigga? Because I could see he the one that be like on some bullshit. First thing he do is come in there, LA nigga pull out his big ass 4.5 and lay it on the bed. I'm like, look at all this loose ass shit. I'm like, nigga, I'm smart, so I'm just knowing, like, he just trying to show me woo-woo. Mm-hmm. Whole time when he do that, me going up there and slide out of F-16 and sit it right there. I'm just, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck?
But when I see it's like family, they're showing like, I'm from Chicago, so they're trying to show me how they coming type shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I sit there for a few minutes. Now we got high as hell, we chilling. Then I was like, man, I just felt comfortable. I showed, I just upped that bitch. When I upped it, they was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Man, they never seen the 500 Magnum before. And then the fact that I had it on me the whole time I was there was crazy, but I was fat as hell then.
Right.
And they didn't know, they like, God damn, you always got like a motherfucker, look like a chopper or something on the side of you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's like this. And I showed them how Chicago nigga move. Like, I just be sitting here quiet, this and that. Y'all think y'all got me at the advantage. I got something here that if I even let it go in the house, everybody gonna run out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I met them. And from there, you know, she caught her Fed case. Later on, a couple years later down the line, and she had to go away for the same shit I was talking about, the flight shit and all this little shit. And from there, she didn't leave me lonely. By then, I was plugged in with them boys, super tough, going places with them, hanging out with them. And me and Twin was locked in like we was like best friends type shit. So from there, you know, me and Twin, over the years, was doing our thing, getting money and doing what I did. Then I finally, when I come back to Chicago, over the years, a couple years later, you know, I'm dealing with a girl that's from 119th. You know what I'm saying? And once we come into this relationship for a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I got her little brother and the folks and got it around there. They the niggas around there on 19. So it's like, bam, now I got them. You know what I'm saying? And then with them, they, you know, I want to do the rap shit. Like I said, I got jealous of the Chief Keef shit. Like, damn, how the fuck is Joe doing that shit? Because I'm just knowing I'm way more of a gangster than Joe. If he could pull this shit off, I know I could ride one of these shorties and pull it off. And that's what I did. I went and got Mouse, you know what I'm saying? I pushed that shit to the side, went and got Mouse, and we did what we did. He went in that room. The first session we went to Chase Davis' house. Chase Davis had quit music. He was becoming a black Hebrew or some crazy shit. Talking about the music wasn't working no more. And all this and that, you know what I'm saying? And I felt him, you know, he was going through his little depression because he had just got done working with Bump J and them a lot, and that shit crumbled and this and that, so bam. But it's my little man, so I'm like, you know what? I took Mouse straight to him. So that day, the day, I swear to God, the day I took them over there, the first thing Mouse recorded, he had to use the bathroom. He went in the bathroom, came out, chased through him to get smoked me. Mouse went right in there, fuck around. He was, the song like 10, 15 minutes. All we know, we recorded that around Mouse's birthday, and I think it was June of that year. And by July 4th, we put it on World Star.
That's crazy.
Lil Wayne called damn near like 3 days later. And how Lil Wayne, if the world didn't ever know this story, this and that, shout out, y'all don't know Boo and Gotti from the crib, that was on R. Kelly song, now the folks know.
Fiesta.
Boo, Fiesta. Boo was hanging out with Wayne, he was his best friend type shit, motherfuckers didn't know that. For years. And Boo in 2012 was hanging out with Wayne. They was on their way to a flight at 5:30 in the morning. It was in a cab. And what's his name? Boo was looking at YouTube that day, or whatever. And Mouse video came up on his thing. And he looked at it. And while he listened to it, the rhythm machine say Wayne was on the phone taking a video. He said he looked over to the side like, what's that? What was that? He was like, oh, these are shorties from the crib. They acting bad. They going crazy. He got guns. He like a baby or something. So Wayne looked at it like, man. He said the first question Wayne asked him, man, is they really like that out there? And then Boo told him the truth, like, hell yeah. What you mean? Like, this little nigga probably got 4 bodies right now. And Boo told him from there, he said Wayne didn't even get on the plane yet and told him, man, find them. Oh, you from Chicago, find them. So really, to me, it's like Wayne was testing Boo gangster, like, oh, you got some reach, nigga, well, find them.
Right.
My nigga Boo found us.
Right.
As hell.
Right.
Called me, big folks, woo woo. All right, hold on. He ain't say nothing, he ain't do too much. The next person on the phone was Mac Main. Yeah, this Mac Main, what up, big folks? Wayne want to get on the phone. I never understood that neither. Why the fuck did Mac Main have to get on the phone to tell me that Wayne was getting on the phone when folks was right there handling the phone anyway? It was weird. Right. It's like Mac Main had to talk to me first type shit.
Protocol.
Yeah. But Wayne got on the phone, you know, he got a distinctive voice because he with Mac Main. I'm still looking like, what's going on? What's this shit type shit, you know? We in our glow, we feeling good just off the views and feeling good love from the crib. Like, what is this playing like they cash money? Whole time Wayne get on the phone, off the back, I knew it was him. He like, what up, big folks? You know, sounding like Wayne and shit. Man, he didn't ask. He didn't say, can I get on the song? He didn't say none of that shit. He was capped out. That nigga say, send me over the whole file. Everything. Send the whole session over, big folks. I'm going to do some things to it to get back with y'all. And hung up.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, they go get smoked. He sent it right back. He sent it back like in maybe like 30, 40 minutes type shit.
But look at how he called. You know what I'm saying?
No, like a boss on my mama. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. Shout out to Boo. Shout out to Boo and much respect to Boo for passing that ball, because most niggas don't try to pass the ball. He'd have been like, I can't get over there, fuck them. Find somebody from out west or one of his little homies.
Man, that time in Chicago was the time to be alive for sure. Yes. Like, the city was so hot.
I was turned.
Everybody just wanted to be a part however they could fit in, you know? So if I could assist you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was on and popping. Like I said, I brought a lot to the city. you gotta understand. Say Cheese was he was nothing then. He was just Sean Cotton and floating around and trying to get his little shit off with his little T-shirt. He was still. You probably couldn't even catch him in the Say Cheese T-shirt right there. That nigga was down there promoting shit. He drove down there with his homie. They down there drove to one of the worst hoods, and at the time didn't give a fuck. Just trying to get like you, just hey doing what it takes. He ain't got time to count. Motherfucker say, come on, he out there. And he pulled up and to Say Cheese. I'm not gonna take the credit for saying I brought you there, because if it wasn't for Top Shotter telling me that no, let's do it, I was looked at him like he was a nobody. I ain't gonna even cap to you.
Shout out to
so I learned that was a lesson learned too along the way, like not to like the niggas that don't maybe not be shit today. You gotta watch. You just gotta look at their hustle, because tomorrow these motherfuckers might be the nigga that you gotta talk to. You know, and that's what Sean Cotton became so much better than him. But he definitely. I see he thanked me on Instagram, told me that was facts about posting this picture with Mouse saying that I was first to bring him, but it wasn't 100% correct, because it really was Top Shotter that kind of was like, no, big folks, let him do it. I'm telling you, no, he shorty do it. You know, they more internet than me. I'm on the move. I was really worried about keeping this bread around.
Right.
And Shotter was goddamn it overtime working, hustling, and staying internet savvy, and you know what I'm saying, getting personal relationships with everybody we go around. Because I'm not that nice of a person. I don't give a fuck because it's Drake and all that shit. I'm more or less like, well, I'm worried about what Mouse about to pull in, what we got over here. Right. But Shotta was smart enough always to step in, like, big, it's gangster, crazy, wild as Shotta is. He'd be the rational nigga in the room, like, no, let's holler at them. No, big folks give him a chance, I'm telling you. Right. From college kids to all of them. It was always Shotta, like, man, like, let's do it. Let's try to do that. Right. And I just like, well, if you feel like, we should do it, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how Say Cheese came along. Then one more big thing that I know the city probably think, I don't know if they think like how I think, but if you watched that, when the World Star came to Chicago and did they in the field? Yeah. Anybody ever know how they got there? Who was the people, was they contacts to come to Chicago? It was you? Nobody but me. I remember seeing Lero on there. Piece the food to Q. I know, see, you got to my point. Told them to go holler at this, who the people to holler at, who they want to holler at. Right. They didn't even know back in the day. They like, well, could we holler at the G's, the BDs, or was it? Man, y'all holler at everybody. Right. Matter of fact, Shotta hop in the car with them with blind folks, and shout out to blind folks. Shout out to blind folks. Them boys straight through. Man, they going to every neighborhood. BD, GA in the trenches with us, bro. It wasn't no capped out ass. Well, it wasn't no act with that in the field shit. They really came. We called everybody, like they come and this and that. Everybody organized their shit. Now with the Lero shit, it blew me to see him get on there and cap like he was the CEO of Chicago. If it would be anybody, it should have been Dro. Because Dro had the biggest artist, he did the biggest situation. Nobody was over Dro. Next, the motherfucker would have thought it was Lero, but financially, what they was bringing in, how fumbly they was over there, it wasn't Dro. See what I'm saying? It would have been SB, Chino, and D-Thing, and then me. And I put myself out there, even though they always piggyback, we always piggyback off each other for information. Nobody never held nothing back. If Dirk was doing something, man, Dirk had over 10 songs with Mouse unreleased. Right. I got a whole album on Dirk and Mouse. If I wanted to release it today, it would drop. You know what I'm saying? But I let that lead that to them, because I don't know their relationship now. I don't know if he still talks to Mouse or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I know he still show love to Shotta. As big as Dirk and Gat, he haven't changed in our eyesight. You know what I'm saying? No, man, neither. He really the same, And that concert he had in Chicago, I was so proud of him to bring niggas in there, ops and all this and that, because really, like I'm telling you, there ain't no such thing as just certain niggas into it with certain niggas. And most of the niggas that's getting money ain't got time to be talking about they into it and ops and this and that. They trying to get to the bag, bro. And so that's why you see a Lil Durk, like, I know what them labels telling. They telling the same thing they was telling us back in 2012. If you can get everybody done, man, it's this much on the table for it. So you think a promoter don't want to book a Chirac drill tour, bro? You feel me? Like, you don't think somebody want to make hundreds of millions off of that, bro? Look at New York. Fuck y'all think they out there doing? Look, y'all, we helped create a motherfuckers goofy ass shit like 6ix9ine, and you got Fabio, and like, I don't really respect the New York drill scene like that. No bad. I'm sorry. I know our rappers will go out there and fuck with them and have to deal with them and this and that, and that's cool, but the money and the powers up here with that shit is like, nah. And I feel, and I got a real reason why I feel that way, because I felt I felt our city was too gangster for the industry, so they kept us out of deals. After Chief Keef, it was kind of like, they judged everybody after Chief Keef. And I know this personally because I went to the labels. I was the next up after Chief Keef to get a major deal from Mouse. Right. And that's what we was told. Well, the Chief Keef, he came up in every talk that we ever had, except for Birdman. Birdman liked him. So to me, Bird was a real nigga. He was just like, nah, I see what y'all doing. Y'all like us in New Orleans, motherfuckers like that. But when you go to Atlantic or one of the other big labels, they more or less like, oh my God, and it's a liability, and what if he get killed tomorrow? And They was like that, just off the Chief Keef situation, bro. So it's like, you had to be independent if you was gonna make it somewhere. You had to show their ass like, well, we don't really need you then. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what I did with hella bands. I just showed them we ain't need shit to move around.
Right.
I had every plug the label had, I had personally through my family members. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not my blood family, my BMF family members.
Right.
Straight through plugs. Like not talking around motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, call Puffy right now, folks. It's like that type of shit. Mm-hmm. Like never going through no execs and no labels, no little A&Rs, no little white girls trying to dictate to them. Never been through none of that shit. Never been through none of that shit ever. And never will. Now my situation with Kevo is like, when we walk to the labels that we dealing with is cool and the little deal is cool, but we still laugh at it and show them like, nigga, we spend that goddamn it damn near monthly. Cause they don't really hand out that much money if they come with a couple $1 million. And Kevo pointed out, it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's just like some money to put back into ads or some shit, marketing, because anything else, you know, you can't even, you know, you can't live off that shit, bro. Right. It's like it sound good. You gotta pay taxes on that shit. That shit ain't nothing but a big bank loan. You gotta pay that shit back and be in the fucking hole with them people and all that type of shit. Then you really gotta go crazy and do good, because that's the recouping. Now once they recoup the little money they gave you, gotta worry about you third on the list to even touch some money, nigga. Because you gotta, you know, the label gonna eat, then the nigga that's behind you, bagging you, he gonna eat. Whoever took your dumb ass to the table, they gonna eat. Then they gonna probably try to give you some crumbs, which ain't gonna be nothing. Then they gonna be talking about you owe all this money, and you gonna be talking about you got a fucked up deal. You came in getting fucked, that's all.
So when did you and Bandman Kevo link, and how did you become his manager?
Well, in 2016, when I still had Mouse, I was trying to clean Mouse image up from being, you know, my label was named Hella Bands. Everybody else's label was affiliated with gang shit or gang ties or some street shit or whatever at the time. Only label, independent labels in Chicago that was about some money was my shit, Hella Bands, and then Band Clan.
Okay.
So to me, I'm like, and then I'm knowing Kevo through the streets as far as like the finesse, because I was on the other side of life at the time. You know, we get busy on some street shit. So how I knew the difference between what we was doing and what the car crackers was doing, I learned at Adriana's. By going to Adriana's and buying them little bottles and this and that, thinking motherfuckers doing something. Then a car cracker come in like Kevo and just buy the bar out and be crazy, have the songs played 1,000 times in your ear, and have your ass looking silly, all the hoes looking at him, running to him type shit. So I learned that like early to 2010, 11. Kevo was doing this, 8, he was doing this thing, but by the time the drill scene came, 2014, he had Ball in me. That shit took off globally.
Right.
He went crazy. So my whole thing was in 2016, when the label was telling, I know Mouse was getting of age, they kept telling me when he turned 18, we're gonna sign him. When he turned 18, let him become a grown man. Cool. Like basically big folks, if you could hold him up till he turned 18, he gonna cash out. Right. He would have been an NBA young boy, definitely would have been. Right. We ain't stay on test of time. So after that shit, you know what I'm saying, with Mouse, what we talking about? Hold on, what we talking about?
We was talking about how you and Bandman Kevo.
Oh, yeah, with Kevo. So in 2016, I sent Mouse to get with Kevo, but it was in a time where Kevo was getting ready to turn himself in maybe a couple days. So he was still working. Kevo was still hustling. He's like, fuck that, come on, let's get the song done. They got the song done. The song called 100 in Cash with Kevo and Lil Mouse. I looked that shit up. Mm-hmm. We did it. Now I'm like, man, let's do the video called Kevo. He's like, man, I had to turn myself in at the end of the day. Like, it's over with. I'm gone. Damn, folks, all right, bet. Well, we're going to stay in tune. Motherfuckers got you in there because he ain't in no gang and no shit like that. So just hit a motherfucker. As soon as you get in that bitch, it's cool. Right. As soon as you touch the MCC building, folks know motherfuckers had his paperwork. Motherfuckers know he's good. Knew what was going on with Shorty. For over the years, we stayed in touch. We planned, why we on this job today? Because Kevo manifested this shit 4 years ago on that bunk. Like, you know what? I think when we get out, I'm out of the best cars. I'm up the Lambos. He said he was getting his body done. Mm-hmm. Folks do not got no goofy ass VDL, no shit, no bitch do. He got liposuction.
I ain't gonna lie,
he got liposuction around his muscles so it could poke out. Because when he came home from jail, he was already big and swole.
Alright, so you say he didn't get no BBL, because folks them saying he got BBL, like he got a fat ass or some more
shit. That's
shit.
some gay goofy shit. Who the fuck nigga is looking at a nigga ass? Why would you go fuck with his ass?
That's what 16 said.
That's because 16 is a pedophile. Remember this, folks. You talking about no, he's not a registered sex offender because the school saved his ass. They made sure he ain't get none of that. He's 18 years old and he's in high school, but less than a 13-year-old freshie and shit. He got caught. And then you want to tell the world, oh, well, this sex crime that's on my record is not a sex crime. It's because I stole something from her. Yeah, her little pussy, fam. And then even these, you know, I was gonna give it to Adam and them, but I might just keep it at home type shit and bring the girl and her mom and them and let them interview you, G, and tell you how that situation went, G.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm that deep, G. I go that deep when you play with me and man's over here, bro. I go deep. I go deep to it's no more 16 type shit.
Hey, so how did all this 16 and Bandman Kevo drama start, bro?
It started with Dyme, aka Glitter, or Glitter, aka Dyme, whatever the fuck she wanna call herself. It started off with her and Kevo separating a couple years ago when they first touched Miami. Once they separated, she didn't want to go her own way. Folks offered to buy a crib. Folks offered to do this and that for her. He got her a car. Now her jewelry shit that 16 I'm talking about, this is what I found. Let's just cut to the chase. She wanted to pay Kayla Nicole to do a gay relationship goal with her. Kayla Nicole said that's against her dignity. She got a man, she don't believe in that, she's not gonna do it. But what she gave down was some jewels on how to work the internet. Go tell the world you homeless, get the sympathy, and they gonna be on your side, and they gonna ridicule Kevo and this thing, because her whole thing was just hurting Kevo. Okay, cool, you did that. We talked to her. I gave her fatherly, big brother, uncle advice. How did she look at me? I gave her the advice to get the fuck off the internet, stop lying talking about you homeless when you stand in a 5-star hotel that's costing upwards of $2,000 a week. And you've been here for a month. So stop lying. And you on
So she was staying in a hotel for a month. That damn near is homeless, ain't it?
Staying in a hotel for a month is homeless. Staying at the SLS or some shit.
I mean,
That's better than staying at home. You got room service, you got shit going on. Why are you in the process of waiting on your condo to get, you know what I'm saying, taken care of? You know?
Right, okay, right.
So it's like, no, you're just not sitting there for no reason.
Right.
You at a 5-star hotel, chilling, not paying $1, relaxing, doing whatever you want to do, still eating $1,500 rupees. How I know these things because I got the cards and the accounts that the money come out of. So that's how I know. And I'm telling Kevo, it's like for like months in a row, I'm like, God damn, maybe motherfuckers need to go somewhere and get something like groceries or something, because motherfuckers is paying like goddamn $1,500 every 2-3 days on Uber Eats. Because they not Uber Eats from Burger King, and they Uber Eats from like Prime 112 and Victory and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? From down here. One Uber Eats meal is $500. So, and she was doing that, getting just too damn spoiled. So bro thing be like this with him around him, like he just want to see everybody trying to do something. Yeah, he'll be the big bag around and said, but come on and just contribute. Right. Her contribute was him just simply saying like, just make sure these condos kind of clean, and you know I'm gonna keep you dialed up. I'm gonna put you in the game. I'm gonna give you your own platform. Like take off, and that's what he tried to do because the loyalty that she did have for him while he was in jail. He only met her right before he went to jail. And she was stripping at KOD. Shout out to Kim up there. And even Kim put him on her like, don't take Shawty and let Shawty, you know what I'm saying, hustle and do what she do while you locked up type shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. And you know Kevo being Kevo was smart, nigga, he hell yeah. So she doing her thing, selling pussy or whatever, getting out the mud, as she say. But you know, on her back, you know what I'm saying? But she did that, and she did that for Kevo, gave him money, went and visited him faithfully and all that shit. Cool. Pay her back, right? Come home, got her body done, all the nice designer clothes. She was living in a Section 8 house inn in Gurney. All right, folks, you know, if anybody know Kevo in Chicago, know damn well he ain't about to live like that. He left that bitch on the top floor in the condo on Lake Shore, over there by Soldier Field. So eventually he just needed time to get the bag back straight, which that didn't take nothing but a couple of months. Once he got the bag back straight, bam, they out of there. They don't move downtown now. They moved to Atlanta, big ass townhouse in Atlanta. It was $4,500 a month. You go down there for a minute, you know what I'm saying? You chilling, you turning up, you get the maid back, you doing big shit down there in Atlanta. So I can see like the separation starting to happen because it's like she almost ain't fitting into the business, Kevo. You see what I'm saying? Like you got to figure out what we're gonna do with her. Let's try to get her YouTube. Let's just try to get her something going on type shit. Right. So in the process of that, you know, he's steady climbing. You know, he's steady getting more popular. And by him getting popular, you know, she in there just looking at this on Instagram, seeing his life. Now it's like, well, what about me? It's like, all right, well, here go, okay, take $100,000 now, let's go invest in down my hair business. But before you can even get to spending all the investment money, you see the motivation in the person that you put it in is like, well, they don't really care. And they saying shit like, well, I'm really not fit for business, or I'm really not, everybody don't do business, everybody can't do this and that. Like, we should have people saying, I should have people saying earlier than that, like, damn, like, tell Kevo she don't want to really do nothing. She just want to just kind of just stay in the crib and you give her money type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So he like, damn, like she ain't trying to do nothing. Like, all right, well, let's get her a nail business. That's easy. Well, let's get her this hair product business. That's easy. Well, let's just try to start her a YouTube.
So Kevo was always thinking about ways to help her get some money.
Always, even now, bro. Even that she done did the shitey shit that she doing. Do you know that she's doing it out of a fucking Benz truck that this man paid for? He don't care. He just like, well, you know, she got the truck or whatever, and she need to use it, whatever. What the fuck he gonna do with it? He got new Ghosts and Lambos and all type of shit. So he could be honoring like the internet or like she tried to put him, but if you got to think about it, if he really was like that, she wouldn't even have a car to ride around in. Now she wouldn't have no clothes, even though she don't put her clothes on YouTube because she's pushing this abused shelter bitch image. You know what I'm saying? She got the little hoodie on and capped out and don't put on her jewelry and all that shit because she just want to look a certain way, which is cool and fine. You know, everybody now we seeing her put up GoFundMe's and asking for money. It's just weird. Like, damn, this shit real.
Right.
You know, when she all she had to do is she just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and this and that was just stay at home, be cool, and receive your blessings. Instead of just wanting more, wanting Kevo to do more for a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Or want to be in a spotlight, or even feeling like you're just on his level just because you with him type shit. That is not the truth.
Right.
Like, people are fans of Kevo or dislike Kevo. They not fans or dislike you, they don't even know you. Like Kayla Nicole told in the phone call that we had recorded, because, you know, folks had a phone, like we knew everything. Even with 16 and her was holding these long overnight conversations and plotting and planning and all that. We got all that. All text messages, everything. Folks real espionage ass nigga for real. He know how to, you know, he ain't playing. He knew everything that was going on around him in his house. So he was just like, he was telling me like, you know what, they on some goofy shit. I'm gonna see how this shit play out type shit. But she gotta go. Like, she gotta go find her way. She still got her Section 8, which he always felt like, man, I don't want to get in no trouble for her. And we talking about we legally married and I got all this money on paper, and then she talking about she got Section 8 and all this shit.
Right.
Like, motherfucker, go, like, we ain't know the situation. It's kind of like, well, you know what, just get away from me type shit. Like, we kind of done, you know, folks got new girls and all type of shit. Rich girls, you got the girl that owned dentistry that goddamn did my teeth, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, it was like over with for Dyme, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but us being a circle in a tight-knit family with me, Kevo, her, and my baby mama and them, it's like, all right, well, let's figure out something for Dyme.
Right.
So, okay, they breaking up. She done put the homeless shit up there. The first, Kevo didn't snap. The first thing he did was, big folks, go to Huntington Bank, because it's not one in Miami, and have $388,000 transferred over to this realtor in Texas to buy this girl this house so she can get the fuck out of my life.
Wow.
When I called her and told her what I was doing, she told me, don't do it unless her name is on it. Fine, Dyme. Dyme, is your credit and all your credentials good enough for us to put this house in your name or whatever? Can we actually do it? Can you show proof of the money? And it's like, why would we just put it in your name? It goes in the company name. And she couldn't understand business and we tell her, it's not going in Kevin Ford's who you married to name nowhere. He can't afford it. He only get paid a certain amount of dollars a month. This Bandman Kevo character that's under our label and this and that. Now he can afford it, so let's put it under the business. You feel me?
Right.
And it just got weird from there. From there, she was taking advice from people outside our circle. You know what I'm saying? The Kayla Nicole shit didn't work. Kayla Nicole ran and tucked her tail and turned her back on Dyme. That's how black women, I guess, do each other. Put her in the fire, then ran, didn't even respond, didn't help Dyme none. Even now, Dyme resulted to telling her, basically telling her to sorry for fucking Kevo, which is crazy. It's just another clout move because, like I said, she paid 16, back to 16. She sold her watch and her charm and tried to sell her chain. The chain was phony. Why is it phony? Because I told Kevo, don't put no $60,000 chain on nobody that you feel kind of funny about. Go ahead, $17,000 for a little Rolex and $10,000 for a little charm or whatever. That's enough. Because the day I told her, the day she get up and do some wild glitter shit, that jewelry up for grab, like she don't even get to a nigga sell it, she gonna do some dumb shit. And what did she do, world? She went to the pond. First thing she do, she's on Section 8, get food stamps and all that. So what you need to go sell this jewelry for? But the jewelry was brought for a rainy day. If anything happened for her, at least to have that under her belt, where she won't be totally broke. But what she decided to do was go sell her shit, got $10,000 for the watch, got whatever for the charm, $3,000-4,000 for the charm, and handed it over to 16 to do a relationship and to try to humiliate Kevo. That's not enough money. So what you seen was 16 pour his heart out. He did his job. He gave her one video where they supposedly went to the room, but you never see them in a room. You never see them in a car together, except for the one little picture they took, I guess, while they at the airport by O'Hara. They act like they were somewhere so special in the city. They was at O'Hara Airport, right there by the Tavern Liberty.
Right there about $100 a night hotel room they went to. $100 on flights. They put $100 on the hotel room just to walk in the hallway, cap like they went on a date. Then get in the elevator after she did some hoe shit. Talking about, yeah, my dad said we should go. I guess her dad is pimping her out now because she always needs a pimp. If you listen to any other interviews, y'all go listen to her. She gonna always say that she needs somebody to guide her, and she's 30 years old with 2 kids. So that's what we was dealing with. And in this circle, we have a mastermind circle. So we all think you just sat down with us. Those are our conversations go. So somebody that's kind of fluffy headed and this and that, they're gonna miss everything. It's gonna go over their head and they're just gonna be stuck. You feel me? So it's like that's kind of what happened with Dyme. And when she locked in with that 16 shit, it was like no point of no return shit. Like you picked your side, you picked what you wanted to do, and now that's what you're doing.
DJ, you go crazy.